Welcome to Married to His Will. I'm Suzette Williams, your host, a licensed professional counselor in Georgia and nationally certified. Whether this is your first time or you've been with me for a while, I'm truly grateful you're here. This podcast is a space for inspiration, healing, and truth, where faith meets real life. I love weaving in clinical insights along with personal stories to encourage and uplift you on your journey with God. If you're new, be sure to check out Season 1, Episode 1, where I share my testimony. It's a powerful reminder that God doesn't just want to save you from hell, He wants to see you thrive in Him. Since walking through my divorce, I've discovered a deeper understanding of who I am and who I'm becoming in Christ. And yes, to my future husband, if you're listening, may you find me right where God has positioned me, in His presence. I'm so excited for what's ahead, and I'm thankful for every listener who's joined me on this journey, and for those who are just getting started. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if this blesses you, and check out the description for updates or extra info. Let's dive into today's episode. I pray it blesses you. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back to Married to His Will. I am Suzette Williams, your host, and I'm so excited to get into it with you today. And I'm getting real today with you. And for today's topic, I'm speaking on foolishness in your DMs. I'm just real frustrated about it, y'all. So I decided to talk about it on this episode. I just wanted to get real about it. I woke up this morning and I've been having a new conversation with someone. Still, we haven't been able to have a real conversation yet. Our chat with I haven't had a real long chat with this person. We didn't get to because my block game was on. I decided I'm not about to entertain foolishness anymore. So this morning, I guess this person is in England or London, and this person had asked for a friend request. So first of all, I took a while to say yes to the friend request or accept it because I was like, ugh, this might be just another one of those people who want to message me and it's just not going to go anywhere. I'm sick of it. Like, honestly, I am at the point where I'm sick of it. Like, I just don't want you to DM me. Especially when I look at your profile and I know I'm not interested. Anyway, the friend request came and I knew somebody, we had a mutual friend. So I said, let's see. I was going to give myself an opportunity. You never know what's an open door, right? So I accepted with the intention of blocking if I needed to, which ended up being the case. So this morning he checked on me. We had said a few words or exchanged a few words through Facebook DM, and then we moved over to WhatsApp. And so I'm having a dialogue about the fact that, well, I'm getting ready for church. Nice hearing from you. Then the next line was what totally was so off and threw me off. He was like, I would like to invite you to a bath with heart face emoji. I'm like, I was first of all very dumbfounded at that because you really blew it, mister. I said, not interested. And my block game was on and I was just so frustrated at that. Like, I don't know who this person thinks I am, but I just don't get it. Why would a man think it's okay to initially, when you're trying to maybe pursue someone, to say, invite them into some space that seems sexual? You know what I mean? Why start there? And so I was immediately turned off, and I decided I'm going to block this person, and I blocked this person in every area that we were having conversation. So I'm happy to do that. So I said, I'm just going to talk about it on my podcast instead of venting on my story. Y'all know it's been a long journey. It's been a long journey to this point, having been divorced for a while now. Yeah. And I'm a bit frustrated at the experience so far with immature men. And I guess it's just getting me to a place where I am like done with it. I'm done with the fake stuff. I'm done with what's not leading anywhere. I'm done with foolishness. So, yes, this is that kind of episode today. Yeah, we're talking about those random men who slide in with no hello, or maybe they say hello, but it's just, there's some ick that you feel about it. Like, there's this other guy, he kept calling me by accident. First of all, this man is probably like my grandfather. He could be like a grandfather. Constantly making me direct calls through my messenger, and I'm like, why does person keep calling me and acting, then hang up and act like he's called me by accident? I'm like, one time, two times, but like five times is not an accident. I was so irritated by that. Like, you're playing games with me right now. And then now there was a break of him doing that. Then suddenly he's in my DMs asking me questions, religious questions. I'm like, are you testing my knowledge? So my block game is about to be on with that one. But it's just, the foolishness is just so annoying and so like random. I'm like, God, where is my guy? It's taking a while because the ones I'm dealing with right now are just not what I want. And they're not in any way encouraging to what I believe I can have. And so, or what I want. It's not, they do not fulfill any desire of mine. There's no attraction for me. And so, yeah, I want to talk about it today. Then they start with just this instant sexual energy, manipulative, compliments, just manipulative compliments. Or some tired line you've heard 47 times before. So I want to dedicate this episode for the single woman learning to value themselves. I want to help you protect your peace and stay clear on what you want. Stay clear on what you want to entertain. So let's get into it. So let's paint the scene. I just kind of did that with the ones I mentioned, but you might have posted a cute story, right? Just minding your business, and here he comes. Damn, you look good. What that mouth do? Ew. And the response could be, sir, what are you even talking about? Or they may say, you're so fine, I'd wife you up. But first what? Like, I don't want to even continue that conversation. Why are we leading with lust and not something logical? When someone's first message is sexual, aggressive, or just off, that's not a compliment. That's a red flag with a spotlight. You hear me? And you don't need to explain yourself. You just need to block. Why does this matter? This isn't just about being annoyed. It's about self-worth. I know I've come to terms with that. Like, I need to value myself enough to not entertain foolishness. So every time we entertain that kind of energy, we send the message to them and to ourselves that we're okay with that we're okay with being approached that way. But the truth is, you are not desperate. You are not here for entertainment. You are not a fantasy for random men to project on. You are a woman of value. I'd love for you to say that to yourself. I am a woman of value. And people need to come correct or not come at all. Many of us were taught to be nice, not to block, and that was me, just accepting of others, to give people a chance even when it feels off. But let me remind you, you do not owe anyone a conversation, especially not one wrapped in disrespect. When someone reduces you to your body, they have no interest in your mind or your goals or your soul. That's not someone worth entertaining. That's someone worth removing. So, how do we handle it? How do we respond or not respond? When someone brings foolishness or foolish energy into your inbox, here's what I recommend. The first thing I would say is to trust your gut. I should have trusted my gut from the get go not to respond to this friend request. But first of all, I didn't even like the profile. I was like, "Ugh, why am I responding to this? I just want to see because I just never know, right? But yeah, I immediately just shut it off. So I think I still trusted my gut, but initially I just shouldn't have accepted that request. So if the message feels off, it is off. You don't need evidence. Your intuition is enough. And step two, be clear. You don't have to be rude, but you can be firm. I love that assertiveness, right? Try, I'm not interested in that type of conversation. And that's exactly what I said to this guy this morning. Not interested. And immediately I blocked him. If this is how you start, it's already a no. If this person start that way, you can say this is how you start a conversation. It's already a no for me. Or just delete and block. Silence is a response as well, and I'm really learning that. Like I don't have to respond to everyone. I think it's kinder to just not respond and just let it go. Or just respond firmly saying not interested. And then step three, I would say set your standards and don't shrink them. You are allowed to say if a man can't lead with respect, he doesn't get access. I'm not available for casual disrespect disguised as interest. You teach people how to treat you. If you keep giving energy to half effort men, you're draining energy from those who would actually value you. So being clear in your message isn't mean, it's mature, it's protective, it's powerful. So let's choose peace over attention. Sometimes we entertain foolishness because we're bored, flattered, or craving attention. Last time I talked about that attention that may look like love, but most of them it's lust. That's human though. Attention is not affection, lust is not love, and desire is not respect. So differentiate between those, okay? When you start choosing peace over attention, something shifts. You feel lighter, more confident, more whole. And you know what? I felt like I really respected myself this morning when I blocked him. I'm like, I'm not doing this again. And you start attracting people who match that energy, and that's what I'm hoping for. So in this season, we're not just blocking random messages, we're blocking the version of ourselves that tolerated less than we deserve. Last time I talked about that. Oh my gosh, we talked about what we deserve versus what we don't deserve, right? And that is, I would rather someone who's really seeking a real relationship over just playing with me, playing with my emotions, playing games, right? At the beginning, you can tell if they're serious or not. So here's your challenge. Maybe just go through your DMs. If there are conversations that don't honor who you are or where you're going, let them go. Block, mute, delete, whatever you need to do. Then write a personal affirmation to yourself. I guess mine would be this season, I only make space for conversations that reflect my value. Say it and mean it. Live it. And I just really, really, really want to drive it home that you're valuable. So in this season, I only make space for conversations that reflect my value. So if this episode spoke to you, remember to share it with a sister who needs this reminder. And if you're feeling bold, post your affirmation with the hashtag block that energy. I'd love to see it. Thank you for rocking with me today. You are a prize. Remember that. Not a maybe, not a backup plan, not a fantasy. You are real. And you deserve real energy. So until next time, keep your boundaries high and your standards higher. I'll talk to you soon. Stay married to his will. And that brings us to the end of today's episode of Married to His Will. Whether you're in a season of clarity or confusion, joy or surrender, I want to remind you choosing to align with His will isn't always easy, but it's always worth it. Every step of obedience, every moment of trust is shaping you for something greater than you can imagine. Thank you for letting me be a part of your journey today. If this episode spoke to your heart, take a moment to share it with someone who might need the reminder they're not walking alone. Until next time, keep leaning in, keep showing up, and keep saying yes to the journey, even when it doesn't make sense. Because when you're married to His will, you're anchored in something eternal. Stay faithful, stay expectant, and I'll see you next time.